Look at how demoralizing that is to have John Brzenk staring you in the face with complete control over your wrist with nothing you can do. Recently, I've really been enjoying looking at old John Brzenk matches, and this one is no different. This one is one, if you want to see John Brzenk with an aggressive approach, very dominant, untouchable, basically, 2006 John Brzenk. This is not the calm version that you see sometimes. John, for whatever reason, wanted to make a statement in this match against Alexei Semerenko. You're going to see the aggression on his face in several of the rounds here, but let's look at the introduction here. This is a 41-year-old John Brzenk, and then we'll hop into the match and do a little analysis. And by the way, if you're expecting this to be a close match, like a close match analysis, it's not the case. This is John just complete destruction. We're going to take a look at how he did it here.
In their life. But is that going to be possible?
My name is John Brzenk. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. I've been arm wrestling for over 25 years.
To think that this would be considered nowadays a younger John Brzenk, even though he's in his 40s, but for arm wrestling standards, that still has, you know, someone who has plenty of time, at least in the modern era, people would say that.
Multi-world champion in the lightweight, middleweight, and heavyweight classes. Today I'm going to try to take the International PAL heavyweight belt from Alexei Semerenko.
International heavyweight belt. So, not sure. I guess this is the PAL. This is on ArmBets TV. So, the heavyweight belt would be, what, 105?
Best of 6 matches. He's a tough competitor. I expect the matches to be long and grueling, but I expect my endurance.
So, he said he expects the match to be long and grueling, but that was not quite the case. You're going to see just how ridiculously dominant this version of John Brzenk was. Pretty aggressive and wanting to show his superiority in this match. So let's just hop into the match here. 2006, literally 20 years ago.
Bullshit. That's Brzenk.
You got Neil Pickup on the commentary as well.
Semerenko, the Nitro Bull of Ukraine, and a very, very fast, explosive arm wrestler, so do not blink. This one could be over in a heartbeat, or it could run and run as we saw before.
Looks like Semerenko running for the straps there in round 1.
Massive hit there from Semerenko.
Let's skip forward to the strap match. Semerenko was not holding on at all there. Just bailing, trying to get the strap. I'm assuming this is a restart because this was an intentional slip. I believe that's what the case was. They showed the replay.
Slowed down John's hit a little bit. Are there any nerves creeping into his game? Only time will tell, but the Nitro Bull is quick. Watch for the speed from the man in the red. Yeah, clearly an attempt from Semerenko there to
once
get to the
again,
straps.
Just running to the strap is Semerenko here. I mean, textbook, just not even trying to do anything but just run to the strap there. So I'm not sure in this rule set, are they giving a loss to that? Or are they giving that 2 fouls? Because that was the second.
As well, Monica Duma having none of it this evening, our referee there. And she will not let these guys get away with anything. Watch Semerenko now on the hit. He just drags straight underneath the hand of the powerful American. And it's Semerenko with the elbow foul on this occasion. As he drops the match, his elbow pops. Pressure is going to be
let's see what happens here.
important here. And both men must make sure they're out of the blocks first. The quick start may mean everything.
Oh
but
my
it's John
God. John Brzenk just knows what Semerenko is going to do, trying to not hold on and pull back. And he knows exactly how to counter that by kind of gripping lower and almost just pressing straight down, almost moving kind of forward to, you know, stop the bone line of Semerenko, just completely block him from escaping there.
Quick start may mean everything. Oh, but it's John Brzenk with a very,
just
very
brutal,
dominant hand and wrist there.
Brutal pin there. What is that?
Elbow.
They're calling an elbow foul? This is the micro foul league. The PAL is known for calling every single micro foul. Instead of that, I mean, that should be like a clear pin. I mean, like, this is the micro foul organization here. So Alexei Semerenko wins that first round. That is just bizarre. So bizarre. That's the strict reffing for you sometimes when it gets to a point where there's like no way that should be a round win for Semerenko. But either way, this is round 2. And I think John is probably upset by that. That's why you're going to start to see the aggression in this match, as I mentioned earlier. He probably was pretty upset that, that's considered a win when he just completely had Semerenko running from him and then pressed him down out of the strap and still somehow ended up losing that round. Round 2, John just completely just holds in the center table and makes direct eye contact. Oh, man. Oh, that's aggressive John right there. 2006. He had the testosterone going there for sure. Whether it's natural or not, he was making a statement of superiority there in that match. Let's go to the next round. Should be 1-1. Once again, Semerenko running for the strap. They're calling a foul. They're calling every little foul instead of just giving John Brzenk the win on that. I mean, yeah, he did. That is the elbow foul before the pin, I suppose. So it should be 1 foul on Semerenko here. Let's see if John Brzenk just holds him at center table again. Completely holds him and looks in his eyes. It looks like Semerenko didn't even want to apply any pressure after that point. He was just completely demoralized. Look at how demoralizing that is to have John Brzenk staring you in the face with complete control over your wrist with nothing you can do. And he basically doesn't even apply any pressure. Just lifts his elbow, and that's a win for John Brzenk. 2-1. Let's go to the next round here. This should be round 4. John Brzenk again holding center table and then able to press down. Are they giving him the win, or are they going to call an elbow foul before the pin and then have another restart here, which seems to keep happening? They're calling an elbow foul on John Brzenk there. So another micro foul was called. I guess that was their micro foul. This is like the micro foul league. Way to make this match last longer than it has to. And here John Brzenk grips lower. Just holds in that hook. Doesn't even look like he has to try very hard. It's funny, in the pre-match interview, he said he's expecting long, drawn-out wars. And he just complete superiority on the arm wrestling table in this match. 3-1 is the score. This should be round 5. Looks like John Brzenk not even standing close to the table. They're agreeing to go to the strap. I don't know why they can't just go directly to the strap. Is there a rule where they can't agree to just go? Maybe that was the case at the time. I'm not sure, but here's the strap match. I mean, to me, John looks so cool and composed at this point. He knows he just is in complete control. Just holding and basically doing some training exercise with Semerenko here. Semerenko redlining, but just separated and pulling on his bicep. Meanwhile, John Brzenk is doing a pronation exercise. He just wants to work out his pronator and get a little workout there. Ridiculous. 4-1. Let's go to the last round. I think he almost basically injures Semerenko here, or at least it appeared to be. This is the last round here. And just a brutally aggressive press. Semerenko is like, get me out of this strap. I want to go home and ice my elbow, because that was not a fun experience. Let's look at that last round here. John Brzenk almost looking at his arm as if he's going to like hook or something, and the press just comes immediately. Look at this press here. Very violent.
And in this vendetta bout, it was all about him.
John Brzenk was super on point for this match. Didn't even make it a match. You could call it a match, but this was just training and technique exercise from prime John Brzenk, and he has Mariusz Pudzianowski putting the belt on him, world's strongest man, multiple-time world's strongest man. This event must have been in Poland, I'm assuming. But, yeah, that was a ridiculously dominant 2006 version of John Brzenk. Let me know what other matches you want me to review and your thoughts on that match, and hit like and subscribe, guys.